In the world of boxing, rivalries are rarely polite affairs. Words are thrown around as freely as punches, and pride often plays as big a role as skill inside the ring. Terrence "Bud" Crawford, one of the most dominant fighters of his generation, has never been afraid to speak his mind, especially when it comes to sizing up other boxers. Over the years, he has been openly critical of some of the sport's biggest names, including Mexico's Saul Canelo Alvarez. Crawford has, in the past, made comments that many fans and analysts interpreted as a sign of disrespect toward the Mexican superstar. Yet now, in a surprising twist, Crawford has gone on record giving another elite fighter a perfect score, a rare 10 out of 10. The moment came as the American champion prepares for one of the biggest nights of his career. On Saturday, September 13th, 2025, Crawford is set to step into the ring against Canelo Alvarez in a fight that is already generating intense anticipation. The bout is being billed as a clash of styles, personalities, and legacies, two of the sport's most accomplished fighters meeting at a point where both have established themselves as icons. The stakes are enormous, and so is the interest from fans around the world. In the lead-up to this massive showdown, Crawford was asked an unexpected question. How would he rate Errol Spence Jr., the man he fought and decisively defeated back in 2023? Without hesitation, Crawford offered what might be considered unusually generous praise given their history. "I give him a 10, Crawford said. He was an undefeated unified world champion, running through all the welterweights that were put in front of him. Plus, he beat a few champions. I give him a 10. For longtime boxing fans, the moment was striking. Crawford and Spence were once the twin rulers of the welterweight division, their names constantly linked in debates about who truly deserved the crown. For about 5 years, from the late 2010s into the early 2020s, the two men traded victories over other contenders, but never faced each other directly. Depending on who you asked, either Crawford or Spence was a better fighter, and opinions were often split right down the middle. Crawford supporters pointed to his technical mastery, ring IQ, and adaptability. Spence's fans highlighted his relentless pressure, physical strength, and ability to break opponents down over the course of a fight. The debate raged for years, fueled by press conferences, social media exchanges, and constant speculation about when or if the fight would ever happen. Some claimed promotional politics were blamed for the delay. Others believed the fighters themselves were waiting for the right moment, knowing that such a bout would define their legacies. Whatever the reason, the fight finally materialized in 2023, and it did not play out the way many had expected. When Crawford and Spence finally met inside the ring, it was supposed to be an evenly matched battle between two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Instead, Crawford delivered a performance that stunned even his biggest supporters. From the opening bell, he took control, landing sharp, precise punches and dictating the pace of fight. Spence, known for his durability and stamina, found himself on the defensive almost immediately. Round after round, Crawford piled on the pressure, mixing speed with power and leaving Spence unable to mount any significant offense. By the time the referee stopped the fight, the outcome was beyond doubt. Crawford had dominated from start to finish. That night cemented Crawford's place at the top of the welterweight division. For Spence, the loss was devastating. It wasn't just a defeat. It was a one-sided beating that left little room for excuses. In the aftermath, Spence took time away from the sport, and as of now, he has not fought since that night. For many, it marked a turning point in his career, a moment when the aura of invincibility that had surrounded him was shattered. Given that history, Crawford's recent words about Spence carry extra weight. To call him a 10 out of 10 is to acknowledge not just his accomplishments, but also the respect Crawford still holds for what Spence achieved before their fateful encounter. Crawford's reasoning was clear. Spence had unified titles, beaten top-tier opponents, and dominated a competitive weight class for years. While Crawford was ultimately the man to dethrone him, that doesn't erase the fact that Spence's run at the top was among the most impressive of his era. It's a fascinating dynamic, especially considering that Crawford has not been shy about criticizing other big-name fighters. His history with Canelo Alvarez is a perfect example. Over the years, Crawford has hinted that Canelo has cherry-picked opponents or avoided certain challenges, comments that have not gone unnoticed by the Mexican champion's fans. Their upcoming fight will be seen by many as a chance for Crawford to back up those words inside the ring, or for Canelo to silence his critic in decisive fashion. As fight week approaches, the sports world is paying close attention not only to the tactical breakdowns and betting odds, but also to the psychological gamesmanship between the two champions. Crawford's willingness to praise Spence might be seen as a sign of confidence, a way of showing that he respects greatness when he sees it, even in a man he once dismantled. It could also be interpreted as part of a broader strategy to control the narrative, positioning himself as the fighter who not only beats the best, but also gives them their due. Canelo, for his part, has been relatively quiet in terms of trash talk, focusing instead on his training and preparation. He knows that Crawford represents a unique challenge, a fighter with speed, accuracy, and ring intelligence that can trouble even the most experienced opponents. At the same time, Canelo brings his own formidable skill set to the table, a granite chin, punishing body shots, and years of experience fighting and beating the biggest names in boxing. The pairing of Crawford and Canelo has all the ingredients of a modern boxing classic. It's not just a clash of styles, but a collision of legacies. Both men have spent their careers proving themselves against top opposition, and both are fiercely protective of their reputations. The outcome of their fight will likely spark debates for years to come, not only about who was better on the night, but also about where each man ranks among the all-time greats. For fans, the build-up has been a feast of storylines. On one hand, there's Crawford, the undefeated technician who finally got his long-awaited showdown with Spence and emerged victorious in emphatic fashion. On the other, there's Canelo, the multi-division champion whose career has been defined by high-profile bouts and an unrelenting drive to face and defeat the best. Throw in the fact that Crawford has previously questioned Canelo's choices, and you have the makings of a fight that is as personal as it is professional. Behind the scenes, promoters are working tirelessly to ensure the event lives up to its billing. The fight is expected to draw a massive pay-per-view audience, with fans tuning in from across the globe. In boxing terms, this is as big as it gets. Two pound-for-pound elites meeting in their primes with pride, belts, and history on the line. The atmosphere in the arena on September 13th is sure to be electric, with Mexican fans turning out in force to support their hero and Crawford supporters eager to see their man take on yet another challenge. Whether Crawford's respectful words about Spence will have any bearing on the fight remains to be seen. In the end, once the opening bell rings, talk and ratings won't matter. What will matter is who can execute their game plan, adapt under pressure, and impose their will on the other. If Crawford can defeat Canelo the way he defeated Spence, it will be hard to deny him a place among the very best fighters in history. If Canelo wins, it will be another statement victory in a career already filled with them, and perhaps a bit of vindication after years of hearing Crawford's criticisms. Either way, the fight promises to be one of the most significant events in boxing in recent memory. The respect Crawford showed to Spence may reflect his broader understanding of what it takes to reach the top and stay there. In a sport where ego often overshadows sportsmanship, such moments stand out, even when they come from a fighter known for his confidence, bravado, and willingness to call things as he sees them. And so, as the days count down September 13th, the boxing world watches, debates, and speculates. Will Crawford's unbeaten run continue against one of the sport's most accomplished champions? Will Canelo once again prove why he is considered the face of modern boxing? Or will the night deliver yet another shocking twist in a sport that thrives on unpredictability? One thing is certain. When Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez meet in the ring, it won't just be a fight. It will be a defining moment for them, for their legacies, and for boxing itself. For Crawford, the fight with Canelo is more than just another title defense or a chance to add a new name to his list of conquests. It's an opportunity to cross over into the realm of mainstream superstardom, the kind of spotlight that even the most accomplished boxers don't always achieve. While hardcore fight fans already recognize him as one of the most technically gifted fighters of his generation, beating a household name like Canelo would elevate him into a different category entirely. It's the type of win that turns champions into legends. Canelo, however, is no stranger to high-pressure situations. From his early career fights in Mexico to his massive pay-per-view bouts in Las Vegas, he has thrived under the brightest lights. He has faced a long list of champions, from Floyd Mayweather Jr. to Gennady Golovkin, and has consistently found ways to adapt and win. To him, Crawford is another dangerous challenger, but one he believes he can figure out. His team has been studying Crawford's tendencies, looking for patterns, and preparing a game plan designed to neutralize the American's speed and counterpunching. In the lead up to the fight, analysts have been divided on how the clash might unfold. Some believe Crawford's versatility and ability to switch stances mid-fight will give him a critical edge. Others argue that Canelo's experience against top-tier opposition, combined with his ability to cut off the ring and target the body, could wear Crawford down over the course of 12 rounds. This uncertainty has only fueled the hype, making the match a must-watch for even casual boxing fans. Promoters are also banking on the cultural significance of the event. With Canelo representing Mexico and Crawford hailing from the United States, the bout has a built-in national pride element that adds intensity to the rivalry. The date, September 13th, falls on the weekend leading into Mexican Independence Day, a time when boxing traditionally sees massive Mexican fan turnout. For Canelo supporters, this isn't just a fight. It's a celebration of their champion's heritage and a chance to see him defend it against one of the sport's most dangerous opponents. Meanwhile, Crawford's comment about Errol Spence Jr. have added an interesting wrinkle to the pre-fight narrative. By praising Spence so highly, Crawford has reminded fans of his most dominant performance and subtly reinforced his own credentials. The message is clear. If he could dismantle an undefeated, unified champion in such emphatic fashion, he has every reason to believe he can do the same to Canelo. It's a psychological edge that may not directly affect the fight itself, but it keeps Crawford's recent dominance fresh in the minds of fans and pundits. As fight night approaches, the tension will only grow. Training camps will intensify, the media coverage will escalate, and the verbal exchanges, respectful or otherwise, will feed the anticipation. When the bell finally rings, the noise, speculation, and pre-fight talk will fall away, leaving two men in the ring with everything to prove. And in boxing, those moments are the ones that are remembered long after the gloves are hung up.